Johnny Depp is a leading Hollywood hero, a sex symbol, born on June 9, 1963, in Owensboro, Kentucky, United States. He grew up in an abusive environment, a son of a civil engineer. His mother, Elizabeth Sue Wells, worked as a waitress from the age of 14. Depp recalled his mother's behavior as abusive and eccentric with irrational beatings. Overall, the childhood in which Johnny grew up did influences him in his future path. Although, he was very close to his paternal grandfather Jim. Johnny used to go out in the field to pick up tobacco along with his grandfather. However, the 9-year-old boy went through a real crisis when Jim died. Johnny's family often moved, and this was another cause of his crisis. Changing schools and neighborhood reflected in his behavior. The lack of consistency and stability led him to the fact that he began to constantly swear with his parents. At the age of 12, he began to smoke and get involved in alcohol. And a year later, he started a sexual relationship with a girl a few years older than him. When Johnny celebrated his 15th birthday, his parents divorced. This completely shattered him, despite the fact that he hated both parents. Johnny's first steps in music and cinema. A significant event in the life of the future Jack Sparrow was a gift from his mother. A cheap $25 electric guitar, which he received for his 12th birthday. Johnny became obsessed with both guitar and music. Johnny independently mastered a musical instrument. When his parents divorced and decided to live an independent life, he left home and moved into a trailer with his friend Sal. In his adult life, Johnny worked at a construction site. He worked as a courier and soon found a stable job selling ball pens. At the age of 20, he married to girl Lori Ann Allison, who was 5 years older than Johnny. But it did not last more than 2 years. 1984, Johnny had a role in the horror film A Nightmare on Elm Street. The directors were touched by his naturalness and charisma. They offered the guy the role of Glenn, one of the main characters in the plot. Thanks to this role, other Hollywood figures drew attention to Johnny. They began inviting him to shoots. Johnny himself literally fired up with acting. In 1985, he accepted an invitation to shoot in the teen comedy Private Resort. He took part in the filming of such television series as Hotel and The Lady in Blue, as well as the supporting role of Donnie Fisher in the film Slow Burn, along with Eric Roberts. In 1987, Johnny played a policeman investigating of schoolchildren in the popular television series 21 Jump Street. Brad Pitt also played in this movie, although it wasn't the title role. In 1990, John performed in Cry Baby as a rebel, handsome, impudent and imprudent bully. Cry Baby received a lot of positive response from the audience. In the industry, Johnny is known to be a teen idol. However, as a person he's funny and full of warmth. In 1993, Johnny's first bright dramatic roles was in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, where he revealed the image of a young together with the Leonardo DiCaprio. In 1993, he opened a club called the Viper Room, meaning rock concert venue. The club quickly gained popularity not only among musicians, but also among celebrities. Everyone played there, from Guns N' Roses to Johnny Cash. Drew Barrymore, Jennifer Aniston, and Uma Thurman became frequent guests. In 1997, Johnny worked in Donnie Brasco on the set with the famous Al Pacino. An experienced gangster and his assistant, who was actually an undercover FBI agent, made an excellent team on set and in the film. Donnie Brasco is essentially a movie about friendship between two men. Two tough men who hardly find anchor in each other. This film received 20 awards and was nominated for Oscar. In 1999, The Ninth Gate, directed by Roman Polanski, was released starring Depp. It was the mystical thriller, where the actor was able to brilliantly expose himself as a charming, money-hungry scoundrel. This film not just brought him an excellent role, but also his future wife, Vanessa Paradis, with whom he lived for 14 years and had 2 children. In 2000, 3 films were released: The Man Who Cried, Before Night Falls, and Chocolate. The role of a transvestite prisoner, as well as a sadistic jailer, in the same film. Night Falls by Julian Schnabel is considered one of the most scandalous in Johnny's career. The tape touches on a number of political and acute social issues in the life of post-revolutionary Cuba. It was mixed with the fate of people who got out of the regime: poets, artists, gays. By the way, for his role Johnny didn't take a penny, as he loved the script. In 2001, the most controversial, Cocaine, was released, where the actor had the opportunity to work with Penelope Cruz. Here he got the role of American smuggler. Few quotes from my life. The only rules that matter are these: what a man can do and what a man can't do. The problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. Do you understand? Close your eyes and pretend. It's all about a bad dream. That's how I get by. People cry not because they are weak. It's because they have been strong for too long. Tomorrow it will all be over. Then I will have to go back to selling pens again. And it hurts so much to want something you can't have. I think the thing to do is to enjoy the ride while you're on it. Laugh as much as you breathe and love as long as you live. I was always fascinated by people who are considered completely normal, because I find them the weirdest of all. I am doing things that are true to me. The only thing I have a problem with is being labeled. Life's pretty good, and why wouldn't it be? I am a pirate. After all, just keep moving forward. And don't give a shit about what anyone thinks. Do what you have to do, for you. Growing old is unavoidable, but never growing up is possible. I believe you retain certain things from your childhood. If you protect them. Certain traits. Certain places where you don't let the world go. If you love two people at the same time, choose the second. Because if you really loved the first one, you wouldn't have fallen for the second. I have had some rank auditions where I embraced myself to new heights, which is hard for me to do. There are a number of actors over the years come up the ranks who are horrific at auditioning. Me, I am dishonest, and you can always trust a dishonest man to be dishonest. Honestly, it's the honest one you have to watch out for. We are all damaged in our own way. Nobody is perfect. I think we are all somewhat screwy. Every single one of us. One day the people that didn't believe in you will tell everyone how they met you. You can close your eyes to the things you don't want to see, but you cannot close your heart to the things you don't want to feel. Success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. You gotta be careful. Don't say a word to nobody about nothing anytime ever. Not all treasure is silver and gold, mate. With any part you play, there is a certain amount of yourself in it. There has to be, otherwise it's just not acting, it's lying. Wherever we want to go, we go. That's what a ship is, you know. At last. There are 4 questions of value in life. What is sacred? What is the spirit made? What is worth living for? What is worth dying for? The answer to each question is the same. Only love. This is the end from me. Hope you guys have learned something positive. Please subscribe this channel for upcoming great life stories.